this video, we're going to learn how to create a diabolo by using two methods. The first one is shape method and the second one is trim method. I personally use trim method, but I will show you those two methods by which you can create a diabolo. So here I have already created some surfaces. This one is base surface and this one is a resting surface. So what is the difference between resting surface and base surface? Let me quickly show you. So this is my something, for example, this is my part which is like this. Okay, and here is something my mounting coming like this way. Okay, here is my something mounting, it's going to come, so it will be a clashing with my base surface. So here I have to create a something feature which will going to create a resting for this base. So for this I have to create a feature, so it will be look like this. So I have to go up because I need this overall resting on my part. Then I'm going to use the resting surface for this feature, and again I need to close with my base surface. So the in the red color we have to create a something emboss or feature like this. So this feature is called like a diabolo. I hope you understand. So the red area which is called as a diabolo. So in this video we're going to learn how to create this kind of feature. So for just you able to see, this is a extrude and this one is sketch. So I need to create a diabolo on which you have to provide a resting. Okay. So I'm going to you can use a sketch, or you can use this circle, whichever you prefer, but I'm going to use a sketch over here. So let me create a plane on surface and then going to click point. So this one plane is going to be created. I'm going to put this in a first shape fillet method. I'm going to take on the sketch, provide a position which is a plane, then I'm going to provide a projection point which is a the center one. Okay, I'm going to reverse edge, click OK. I'm going to use a point here. The dimension will be, it's up to you, you can use 80 something what you want. Okay, right now I don't need the plane, so I'm going to hide this. Then you have to use two sweeps. So you have to click on the sweep. Okay, then go to the second one. Okay, and select the subtype is with reference surface. Always keep in mind when you are going to use the diabolo, make sure you have to use this with reference surface, because if your surface angle will change in future, then your diabolo sweeps will need to be adjust according to your basic the mounting surface. Okay, so I'm going to provide the curve here, and the reference surface will be our resting surface. So here you can choose whatever angle you like. So maybe go for the 45 first. So here you have to reduce the length, because in particular length it not be good. So you are able to see here. So my sweep is more, it provided more angle. So I am going to reduce the angle first. 60. So it's look okay. So you're able to see. I'm just reduce the angle and its sweep will be intersecting the basic surface. So going to click OK here. Okay. So you have to use the same method, but you have to change its the sweep direction. Okay. So I'm going to use the same method, selecting the same surface, just going to change its direction in the opposite way. So here you are able to see, this is how we have created the two sweeps. The first one in the bottom direction and the second one is completely in opposite direction. Okay. So this is the we have done a first method in which we have created two sweeps. So now the main part we have to use a shape fillet for to create a diabolo. Now I'm going to use the shape fillet method. So going to click on the shape fillet. So here you're able to see we have to provide with the support one and then support. So it's up to you. You can select the first, which is a resting surface. So I'm going to click on the resting surface. Then you have to choose the one sweep which is intersecting the resting surface. So I'm going to use this. And here you have to check the arrows. Okay. So for this you need to use a trial and error method. By using you can actually check which surface you want and which you don't. Okay. So first make sure you have to use these arrows in inside direction and then click preview. Okay, yes. So that's it what we want and provide here value which is a 10 mm radius and going to click OK. So I'm just going to change the fillet color so you can easily understand what we have done here. So first of all, we have one resting surface here and the intersecting sweep. What we do, I'm going to double click on the fillet one. We just use shape fillet in which we keep the our arrows in a same direction of that sweep. Going to click OK here. Yes. So the first one is done. Now we have to use the same shape fillet here. Now it's the second. You have to choose the resting surface. Okay. And then select the second sweep. Okay. Here what we want to this surface resting with intersecting with our first shape fillet. So we have to keep those arrows of shape fillet in a same direction of our fillet one which we have created by using a shape. Then put the radius value here 10 and going to click OK. So I'm going to change its color again so you can understand. So this is how it's look like. So it is OK, and now I'm going to use the last operation which is again a shape fillet. So I'm going to click over here. Okay. Now you can choose either the second fillet first or the first fillet. So select the first fillet and then the second fillet. Now here is a trick. You have to use a trial and error method. Whether you will able to see which surface you want or which surface you don't. Then click over preview. Okay. So here you are able to see this is remaining and the transparent part will be uh, get we don't want. So we have to change the arrow and click here preview. So this is not how we want. So I'm going to change the arrow again. Yes. So by using trial and error method, so you are able to see the transparent part we not want and this is how we require. So the first and the second fillet is easy to understand, but for the third you have to use a trial and error method so to achieve a perfect diabolo here. So I'm going to hide this and again hide this. So this is how you can use a diabolo. This is how you can create a diabolo by using a shape fillet method. Okay. To the next one, the trim method. So I'm going to use the same sweeps, just going to uh, delete these three fillets and going to use a trim method. So I'm going to just copy and paste. Okay, see, so here I have copied the surface and pasted it here. I'm going to use the same base surface and resting surface. Okay, so what is the main difference between shape fillet method and trim method? Okay, in shape fillet method, I can't provide a variable fillet here, but in trim method, I can choose a variable fillet. So that's the main difference. Okay, in future, if you want to if you are doing some critical parts, then there will be a part change request report come, and they will told you to increase this fillet for us in specific area. So for the better modification, I will choose the trim method for the Diabolo. Okay, so I'm going to use the trim. Same as we done for the shape fillet, same method we're going to do. First select the resting surface, then the sweep. Okay, then click on the other side. So this is how our the first operation is done. Okay, then use the second trim. Again select the base surface, sweep. Okay, done. I'm going to hide the sketch. Okay, this is how it done. Now going to use trim again. Select the trim 2, trim 1, other side, other side. Okay, so this is how the basic trim operation is completed. Now we have to use a edge fillet to provide the fillet over here. Okay, so I'm going to use the edge fillet here. Click on the edge. Okay, now you have to provide a fillet. So I'm going to use here 10. Okay, this is one is done. Now click on the here. Okay, provide the fillet over here. Click OK, 10 done. Now again click on the edge fillet. Select the last remaining fillet edge. Click here. Okay. So this is how you can use trim method, and after that you can use edge fillets. So this is how our Diabolo is completed.